Hey guys, editing James here. I know you'd expect the video to be starting now, but quick little intro. For some reason there was an audio issue that I picked up midway through the video. I'm gonna now give you guys a loose voice over. I've just overlaid the voice on top of what's happened. So you won't see me like this, you'll see my mouth moving for that. You may not hear the right vocals, but I'm not really good at editing. So apologies, but I've done my best I can. So yeah, here comes the video and my horrible voiceover. This is the voiceover of what I'm going to do. In essence, one of the big things that I wanted to mention was Merry Christmas to everyone. Obviously I got the Christmas hat on there in the video to show the spirit of it. I feel bad this is probably going to look weird because my mouth is moving and this is going to be off, but I don't really know how to better fix this. But one of the big things I did want to talk about was obviously our schedule. We had a pretty good run towards the middle there. Obviously, once we started playing some better teams, it didn't go as well. One of the things that I did also want to mention is that, so this episode we'll play the first game of the season, and then the next episode we'll have a rematch against Pathos, as well as play Othellos in the Cup, which I figured would be really nice. Plus, awesome, we get to see the first game of the season, get to kind of a rematch against their old team, the team that knocked out of the Cup last year as well. So, and I feel like it would be kind of fun. Transfer-wise, nothing new has really happened. It's all the same transfers as we did have before, so there's nothing special, nothing new about it. But there are two players that I'm looking to try to bring in. This guy here, Isofidis, decent winger. He is right-footed. I would prefer to have a left-footed winger. He did play on the team that we had a partnership with for a little bit, but you know what? He looks pretty good. He can play up front, and with some of the injury issues that I'll discuss later, it's pretty useful that will happen. And maybe we can train him to be on the left wing. He is 26, so a new position would be somewhat difficult to train, but I think he's decent enough and could be pretty useful for us this season. Yes, yeah, I'm mentioning here now about the issues. Both Stewart and Kipper have had injury concerns throughout preseason, so I think it's important to get someone in that can play both. Now, Capone and Ginyu have played up front as well, so it's not been awful, but it's just something we need to be cognizant of into this season. He also has had some injury issues. Looking here, he says of a bad heel, damaged heel, but something to just, I think he could be useful, and for us where we can't sign loads of players, it's helpful to have players like this where not amazing, but they're decent. Now, also, there's a young player here, the central midfielder, who I thought was really, really great. He's been part of the scouting I've been doing in the region, where I found some of those other guys, the Azerbaijani, the Russian, and the Croat. So it's been turning back people. This is actually a real player, not a regen. But yeah, he looks pretty good. He's got some good stats and good things to look at. So I'm pretty satisfied with how it all looks. Now, obviously, Deep Playing Playmaker probably suits him the best out of any of them, because as you see, his concentration and composure are not great. So it'd be better if those things were a little nicer, but you know what, we'll take it. We'll see what we can get. Now, one of the other big things I wanted to mention that I forgot to mention in the first video was the big staff changes. We have loads of new staff now that are a part of the club. I've pretty much revamped the entire staff system, starting the U19s, U21s, and all the way up to the top. Because since we're in the first division, we're going to need to hire these people, get them in place, and really make a big run at it going forwards. Now, we have a new assistant coach, Manolis Manoli. I love the name. He's alright. He was at Agianapan last season, which was a team we played against in the second division. Decent enough. Fitness coach, I think he's going to be a great fitness coach. He is older, but he's ex-Red Star, which is brilliant. Just great also, ex-Red Star. But really good fitness, really good level of discipline. Working with youngsters maybe could be a little better because we have some youth in the squad, motivating not the best, but there's some really good stats there. Head of Youth Development, Portuguese guy, Miguel Marquez. I'm really excited about him. A Spanish team. Resolute personality, not the greatest, but he has a good connection to several South American countries as well as Brazil and France, which is awesome. He came from a lower division team in Portugal as well, and I think he'll be really, really useful in helping bring through a much better youth generation, because we really struggled last year when we had a youth generation which is all but useless, and I think I only signed one player out of the entire group. Now, he could be a decent scout for us as well, but he only wanted to be ahead of youth development, so I had to take what I could get here. Moving on to the goalkeeping coach as well, also a former Red Star guy, if I do remember correctly, but good goalkeeping stats. I think he's got some really, really good stuff too. So it's really nice to see because we're really improving there. U21 coach, we have a new one in. This Greek guy, Malakos. Decent, not amazing working with youngsters, but it was the best I could really get. I sadly couldn't get too much more, so I'll have to kind of take what we can get at this level because obviously we're not the biggest team. But decent enough. Now our U19s coach I'm actually really, really happy with because he looks amazing for this level and I think he'll make a really big difference. Head coach here. Great working with youngsters, great defending, ex-Red Star youth coach, good motivating, good tactical knowledge, and so I think he'll be really, really useful once we start implementing the U19s a little more. And even though they're fake players, I'm sure when this new youth class comes in, he'll be much more suited to help us out, and we've got him on until at least next season. So I'm hoping to renew and just improve, and maybe he does move up to the U21s, or maybe he becomes an assistant on the first team. So we'll see, but I'm really happy with that. Now into the recruitment team, we've got some great people as well here. Scouting-wise, we've got some new scouts in. This guy here, Serb, scout for another team as well, but he's got decent stats as well as knows the area somewhat well. Obviously needs to know Greece a little more, but I'm okay with that. This guy here, loads and loads of knowledge all around. South America's got good knowledge as well as some of Europe, as Greece and Cyprus, which aren't perfect. The adaptability could maybe be a little higher, but 14 and 14 for ability and potential are amazing at this level because they'll really give us some good insight and good knowledge. Now moving on to the chief scout. Now he's also new. He's got loads and loads of knowledge. I mean, he's been gaining some, but he knows lots of Europe for us. One of the big reasons he's the chief scout is because he has so much knowledge, and I think it's going to be really, really useful. Director of football, really happy with this guy. I think he's got some awesome stats, awesome things here. I think he could have been a better head of youth development, possibly, but he's been director of football before. He's an ex-Barcelona player, ex-Atletico Madrid youth player, youth coach, chief scout. So I just think he'd be really, really good and just awesome to get him in. He's got great stats, amazing. I mean, head of youth development could have been unreal, but he just didn't want to take that role. Again, that's the issue. Like, I got to find who will take roles and certain ones. Hopefully we can improve his knowledge of Cyprus and Greece in the area soon, but I'm really happy to have him in, and I think he's got great stats and will make a really big difference. And at 42, he's quite young. Now, tactically for the first game, one of the big things is kind of figuring out how and who we're going to play with, because obviously last games and things like that are good enough, but it is friendly, so it's helpful. And I think last 5 games are a good view because we tried to play some of the better teams in the last 5 games to get an understanding of like who will stand out, who won't, who'll be good, who will be bad. And I think we got a decent idea of it. So Fati we had some surprise people like Fati make some big things and do quite well there. Lillis has been amazing. Just not the best in the recent games, but what are you going to do? I mean, not everybody's going to bring up a game. Riani's been pretty good too in preseason, so which is really, really nice. Mane, not amazing as I was hoped, but still 6.9, really solid. He's works really hard, plays amazingly, and I'm just so proud to have and happy in the team because he's just getting better and better every season. But Stewart banged in some goals. He had 6 goals, which is really nice to see, so got some good ones there, but he did suffer the injury, which isn't the best. Figueroa didn't play very well, which is slightly concerning, but I mean, I think I know my back 3 this season, so it's not the biggest issue in the world. Obviously, yeah, these are the 2 that'll be there for sure, starter and backup. So my first idea was to go with this with Figueroa, but from the way that these guys played in Chistafortis, I just really think he's going to be a lot better in that role, and I think that's going to be our best defense. Now I know the team isn't thrilled with him as a signing, but I just think his stats are really, really good, and he played well in preseason through 12 games, so I think he's worth a shot. Kimonis, obviously we'll throw him on the bench, throw Figueroa on the bench as well. We'll leave because Garvidilius, I just haven't really been impressed by him. Every time he plays, I've been really disappointed by him as well. But yeah, so we'll just stick with that. Obviously, the 2 wingbacks, they pick themselves. Balati is decent, but not as good as a Stilianu, in my opinion. So he'll obviously be on the bench. Now, we do have an issue with strikers for this game because obviously both are injured. So we'll go with Ginju since he has done well. Capone will play on the bench as well. Mathieu as well as Lillis are going to play, because why wouldn't they? They've been amazing for us. Last season they were incredible. This season they're hopefully going to be even more incredible than the last. I know it's a step up in level, but I thought they were way too good for the lower division. So hopefully it'll make a difference. Now here I was just double checking which he had scored the goals at. I was pretty sure he had scored them at the advanced forward position, which is very true. He got 3 in each of those games. So my remembering was right in that sense. Obviously, midfield's a bit of a tough one. Both really good deep line playmakers, both really good box-box midfielders. Thought that those would be really important. So Demetrio and Mane for the first game, just felt they kind of had better pre-seasons. Well, not Demetrio, better Foxilius, and Mane just played really well. With both forwards injured, decided to give Kipriou just on there, just in the very limited case things happen, and Fjornis because he can play a few different positions and help out in some other spots. So I hope the idea, but yeah, it's better than nothing. I'm just really hoping just Forrest does really well. I really think he's going to be good. Tactical, not great just yet, but I'm sure people as we play more games will learn familiarity more and will get even better with this team. Now, we're getting into the game because it's going to start pretty soon, so we want to obviously make sure that we are in a good spot and that we can keep going. A lot of suggestions from them, but I feel like this is the best team. I mean, we know our team, we know how they're playing. The assistant, not always the best, so I'm happy with it. I think we're going to do well here because it's a big game, and I think we got this. Not totally sure what I was talking about, but some nice comments. Hopefully we can get something good here. Pump fists and 1 player motivated, which is not the worst. Obviously, spam right through the press conference as per usual. No need to do any other stuff. And into the game we go against Paralimin. I don't know how to say this stuff. I'm awful with it. Free kick here for Lillis. So I've just noticed there's an audio issue. You guys have missed the whole beginning of that episode there, which is really, really quite unfortunate. I don't know if there was any audio or anything like that, but it is, yeah, that was really annoying. You've missed a lot. I'm kind of unable to record. I managed to stop the game and fix the issue. I could weirdly hear it in my ears, my audio, but it wasn't recording. It was like funneling right to my ears. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, that's fun. I'll add my voice back in the beginning to let you guys know what happened. But yeah, this is gonna be fun. All right, so we have a free kick here. Oh, so close, so close. Give some encouragement. Let's see a lot of smiling faces. So far we seem to be doing decent. Some decent ratings around the team. 6.8, some 6.9s, which is good. Starting on a 7. 7.2. He's having a great game so far. He's struggling up front. Alright. Set piece here. Can we make the most of it? Header! Ooh! Just over the top. But it's a pretty good first half, I'd say. 6 shots, 2 on target. Obviously, with a team that's expected to finish above us, we've done pretty well. I would say we are using our main tactic here. I don't really know if I want to make any subs. I'm pretty happy. I think we'll try this. See if it doesn't make a bit of a difference. With those guys, maybe take work ball into the box off as well. Give them a little more freedom going forwards. Alright, set piece here. Smack it in. Matteo, can he get across? He's going to cut it back. And it's won a penalty! Alright, let's go. I forgot I set these a while ago. Lillis, can he find... No! Oh no! What was our chance? Alright, it's okay. Let's swing it in. Can we get a head on it? No, we can't. It's cleared. Oh boy. Come on, guys. Let's get him. Close him down. Yes, Mane! Oh. We have to be putting those away. We have to be putting those away. Lillis, free kick chance here. Header! Oh, it's off the post! Lillis again. Can he find someone? He goes back to the defender here. He's going to drive down the line. Go back to Lillis. He's going to cut it back again. Clipped over the top. Matteo. Can he find the ball? Oh, it's too far. It's over Capone. Christophus. Header. Capone. Yeah! We missed the penalty, but we managed to work it back and get a goal. Oh, we played so well so far today. That's so deserved. Oh, I'm so happy about that. I've got it here. Over the top. Ooh, come on, Dimitri. You need to be paying a little more attention there. Just press them. Nice job. Can we win it quickly in the middle? Oh my god, guys. What are we doing there? And they've scored. Who's marking him over there? What are you doing? What is this? Right here. Where are you going? Where are you going as a player? Oh my god, guys. Just want to be a little more positive in this game, because we should be able to get a result of some kind. Alright, last sub. Let's go for the other midfield sub. Alright, throw in here. Silius. Over the top. Capone, can he make something of it? No. Oh, he's won it back. Shot. Oh, it's clipped. Oh, Mateo. Oh, yes! It's fallen. He's picked up the scraps. Oh my god. It was a very scrappy play. 85th minute. Let's get to the defensive setup. Let's go our defensive setup. Very, very defensive now. Are we allowed to make any more subs? No, still only 3. We've made our 3 subs. Come on, boys. Let's see this out. Massive. This would be massive. Come on now. Oh my. Alright. Highlight here. Highlight here. Lillis. Good. 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 Over the top. That's the second yellow. Yes! He's sent off. Can we hopefully get something off this? Kill it off completely. Alright. Taking our time now. Rip that one. Come on. Let's say it. End of the game. End of the game. Lillis, just hold on to it. Nice job. Over the top. That should be easy for us. Should be very, very easy for us. There we go. It's time, ref. It's time. Come on. On the watch. On the watch, please. Our first game in the first division, and it's 3 points. Let's go. Oh my god, we played so well. And they said he wasn't a good signing. He won player of the match in the first game. Come at me, team. They picked up a fucking assist, too. That was really special. Yes! Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. That's how we start this season. Freaking all the teams that just came up did decent. They won 2-0. We won 2-1. Those guys got a draw. Wow. What a result. Absolutely buzzing. Just got back from that. Did not see us coming away with that. Yeah, just impressive debut. I mean, whatever. He scored on his debut. You can't be too mad. We played fucking brilliantly in that game. Capone scores on debut. Yeah, he's just declining his age going on. And some coach of some kind. And there we are. A win in our first game in the first division as a team ever to do so. We've never been at this point before in our club's history. We've never gotten here. And we've done it, and we've won. Sadly, didn't get player of the week. Didn't play in player league. But we were in the top 3 to start the season. Now, season preview-wise, we're still down in lowly 13th. Those guys weren't expected to finish very, very well either. But we can be very, very happy in the fact with our first performance of the season. It's going to be really, really great for us, and it just makes me feel so, so happy. Now, obviously, it was the audio issue in the beginning. I'll give you guys a voiceover to quickly kind of go through that in the recording. I apologize. Sometimes technical issues happen, and we can't do anything about them. But I really appreciate you guys. I really appreciate you guys watching, even though I have some issues sometimes. Thank you so much, guys. If you did like the video, please remember to hit the like button, as well as subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss another one of our Omonia videos. Now, if you do want to catch up on any of the highlights from the friendlies, as well as the 2 highlights of these 2 games that I will be playing offline before our next episode, you can find those in the playlist linked at the end of this video. You can also catch up on any of the past episodes from Season 1 in the playlist as well, linked at this end of this video, or both of them are linked in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll be sure to catch you in the next one.